It's Northern Raceoff Day here at the Elevation Trail.
That's right, Ajax. We've got 5 drivers lined up ready to lay claim to that last transfer spot into round 2.
As luck would have it, each one of these drivers ended up on 20 points after their opening round heats.
And with only 18 spots moving forward, we're going to make a battle it out to see who moves on.
Seeing 905 isn't here, I guess we're going to have to tell you how this is going to work. We've never run 5 wide, so I guess there's always a first time for everything, right?
It'll be a mad dash for all of you as we got to run 5 laps in order to make things fair.
Driver, well, dude, you're late. And what are you doing driving that thing?
I know, but the guys in the shop pulled an all-nighter to get my car ready for the runoff.
Who said you could run in the runoff? You were eliminated in the opening round.
Let's just say I know some guys in a secret society that gave me their blessing, for balance.
Dude, we talked about this last week.
Relax, it's all above board.
Well, I guess Tina's going to have to make some groups now. Let's see who she puts together for today's Northern Raceoff. It looks like Tina's put Panda Man, Demon Preacher, and Grumpy Cloud into Group 1, and that means that Arlo, Crazy Canuck, and Ross Sungog are going to make up Group 2.
Only the driver with the most points out of these 2 groups is going to move on and collect that 18th spot. So let's get this party started. It's up to the top of the hill for race 1 of the Northern Raceoff. Consider this opportunity missed by Demon Preacher there as he throws away the race just after the jump by putting his Jeep Wagoneer over. Panda Man rubs out Grumpy Cloud just before the jump, but Panda Man doesn't have enough momentum to get down across the line. You can see by the overhead here that Demon Preacher makes it across the jump, and Panda Man's dragging his butt across that jump, and unfortunately he catches the lip and puts him out.
I'm questioning the desire of these 3 drivers as 6s and 2 aren't going to cut it into the next round.
Now that race was a thing of beauty to watch. Grumpy Cloud and Panda Man have a great battle on the right-hand side there, and Demon Preacher's got a free run down the other side. Grumpy Cloud lands a little bit sideways after the jump, and watching Panda Man's articulated battle bug rocks down the course, that's actually quite fun to watch. Demon Preacher bounces over the finish line, and he gets his little show jump in too. This is great points, boys. As we go to the overhead, you can see this is an absolute flawless run by all 3 drivers. And when we go to the finish line cam, Grumpy Cloud has a clean line, Panda Man gets caught up in the hockey net, and Demon Preacher, well, he puts on a little show.
There's that desire I was talking about. Big points in lap 2. Let's lay it all on the line for lap 3. Go out with a bang, boys.
And Grumpy Cloud comes up with another clutch performance and another clutch 11 points. Panda Man and Demon Preacher have been battling it out this whole time, but Panda Man gets into the wall, and Demon Preacher tries to take a run at Grumpy Cloud, but it's Panda Man who gets the last laugh as he takes out Demon Preacher at the jump. Unfortunately, that ruins him too. You can see right here that Demon Preacher just gets pit maneuvered by the Panda Man, and the Panda Man's trailer again gets hung up at the jump. I have a feeling that bang that Indy was talking about is going to come back to haunt them. Grumpy Cloud gets a nice clean run, and he's across the line for another 11 points.
It looks like that first lap disappointment by Grumpy Cloud gave him all momentum and fuel he needed to come back with a great second effort in laps 2 and 3. That puts him on 24 points, and that will eliminate Demon Preacher and Panda Man.
Well, boys, it's been nice knowing you.
Like we said at the start, only 1 driver is going to make it to that 18th spot, and unfortunately it's not going to be Demon Preacher or Panda Man. We got one more race to go, so let's see if any of these drivers in Group 2 have what it takes to beat or match Grumpy Cloud's 24. It's up to the top of the hill for the Northern Raceoff second group, Race 1.
Good God, those were great saves all the way around. The drivers get out of the gate pretty good. And look at this, Ross Ungard's popping a wheelie just before the jump. That actually turns out to be a great move as he comes down and he's able to really land that and get a couple of bounces to get himself across the line for 11 points. Canuck also gets himself across the line after rescuing his car from on two wheels. Fantastic lap, fellas.
For car that was exploded there at the end of the heats, Canucks comes across with 10 points, but it's Ross Ungard with the early lead.
Oh, I'm sure Canuck wants that lap back as he has a wide open course and just throws it away. Arlo, on the other hand, is trying to take out Ross Ungard, and Ross Ungard says, I'm getting across that line. He drops a gear and is able to push Arlo out of the way, and he comes across for another 11 points. See at the jump here how Crazy Canuck gets across, but his mini gets all twitchy, and then Ross Ungard has an absolute flawless run to the end. Oh, another one of these I see. Okay, TICS malfunction, right on.
We haven't seen a perfect run here yet, but Ross Ungard is one lap closer to making that happen. Crazy Canuck's not out of it, but it's almost certainly curtains for Agent Arlo.
And when it mattered most, Ross Ungard comes through with another clutch 11 points. As the gate drops, Canuck takes a whack at Ross Ungard's rear end, but that doesn't unsettle him. He just throws Canuck into the wall. Agent Arlo is having engine trouble on the right side of the course, and Ross Ungard makes it across the line for an easy 11 points. And a sweep of Group 2. Ross Ungard's perfect run is the first of this tournament, a feat that Shotgun Cowboy couldn't even accomplish in the first ever qualifier. When it mattered most, Ross Ungard stood up and came through.
That was epic. Ross Ungard, the first driver for a full 33-point run, absolutely dominates Group 2 in this Northern Race-Off. We started with 6 drivers on 20 points, and now we've eliminated 5 of them. In Group 1, Panda Man and Demon Preacher fell to Grumpy Cloud, but it was Ross Ungard coming up huge in Group 2 to eliminate Arlo, Crazy Canuck, and Grumpy Cloud, a former champion here at the Hill. Congratulations, Ross Ungard, for winning the Northern Race-Off and joining the top 18 moving forward into Round 2. For those drivers in red, thank you so much for coming out, and we hope to see you again soon. With Round 1 points carrying over into Round 2, if you plan on making a run at Shotgun Cowboy for number 1, you're going to have to pull out another amazing 33-point run.
That's it for tonight for the Chowhound Gaslands Open from 905 Diecast. We hope you enjoyed tonight's racing, and next week I'm sure 905 will be even grumpier than Grumpy Cloud.
Oh, he's going to be bitter.
I'll just give him to pet the Woolley Mammoth there.
Yeah, that's if you can wrestle him away from Daryl.
Walter is surprisingly cuddly.
I might be able to do it. On behalf of Ajax and myself, and 905, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.